Hello friends. Today I want to share a story that might change how you see your own struggles. It's a story about a mother and her son. Her son believed that his problems were far too heavy to carry. But he didn't realize one simple truth. Most problems in life are not as big as they seem, and their solutions are often right in front of us. And by the time you reach the end, you might find yourself looking at your own challenges a little differently. So sit back, take a deep breath, and stay with me till the last word. Once, in a small town surrounded by golden fields, lived a woman named Mira and her son, Rohan. Rohan was kind, smart, and full of dreams. But he had one problem. He gave up too easily. Whenever something went wrong, he felt the whole world was against him. If it rained, he said, nothing ever goes my way. If he failed a test, he muttered, I'll never be good enough. Even when his mother asked him to help around the house, he sighed, why is everything so hard for me? One day, after listening to his complaints for weeks, Mira quietly said, Rohan, come with me. I want to show you something. Without another word, she led him to the kitchen. On the stove sat 3 pots of boiling water. In one, she dropped a handful of carrots, in another an egg, and in the last, a spoonful of coffee powder. After a while, she turned off the stove and looked at her son. Tell me, Rohan, what do you see? Carrots, an egg, and coffee, he said, confused. She smiled gently. Touch them. He did. The carrots had turned soft, the egg had hardened, and the coffee had spread through the water, filling the room with its aroma. Mother, he asked, what does this mean? Mira sat down beside him. Each of these faced the same challenge, the boiling water, but they reacted differently. The carrot went in strong and came out weak. The egg went in fragile, but came out tough. And the coffee, instead of breaking or softening, changed the water itself. She looked him in the eye. Rohan, life will put you in hot water again and again. You can choose to let it make you weak like the carrot, hard like the egg, or you can be like the coffee, transforming your circumstances into something better. Those words struck him deeper than any lesson he'd learned in school. That night, as he lay in bed, he couldn't stop thinking about the pots of water. He whispered to himself, maybe I can be the coffee. Maybe I can change how I see things, instead of waiting for things to change. From the next day, he began to try. When his friends ignored him, he stayed calm. When he failed a test, he studied harder instead of blaming his luck. When the summer heat burned, he said to himself, it's just life's warmth testing my strength. Slowly, his complaints faded. Weeks passed. His teachers noticed his effort. His friends admired his positivity. And his mother, watching from the window, smiled quietly because she knew her son had begun to grow. One evening, Rohan came home after helping a neighbor fix a broken fence. His clothes were dirty, his hands were scratched, but his face was glowing. Mom, he said, I think I finally understand. The world doesn't change for us. We change for it. Problems don't go away, but how we respond does. She hugged him and whispered, exactly. Life doesn't get easier, my son. You just get stronger. He looked up and said softly, and sometimes stronger means softer too. She laughed. Yes, like coffee. So, my friends, remember this. Life will always turn up the heat. There will be tests, losses, heartbreaks, and days when everything feels unfair. But the question isn't why the water is boiling. It's who you choose to be in it. The carrot, the egg, or the coffee. Because in the end, the wisest hearts don't wait for the world to cool down. They learn to bloom in the steam. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to give it a like. And tell me in the comments, which one are you today? The carrot, the egg, or the coffee. Subscribe for more motivational stories that warm your heart and strengthen your spirit.